A 77-year-old serial dog killer was caught and then released. This is completely disappointing. So the story starts in 2024 when a dog named Moni suddenly disappeared from her neighborhood in the area of Coyoacan, Mexico City. And Moni was 15 years old. She was blind, she was deaf. So it seemed like she just kind of strayed out of her house randomly. And Moni had had a beautiful life with her owners. And 15 minutes after she walked out the door, the owners realized and they started looking for her everywhere. They were asking the neighbors, they were posting online, they were, had flyers and all that stuff. And people were checking their security cameras when suddenly somebody realized that in their security camera, they saw Moni being taken by the 77-year-old grandma. Now, the grandma's name is Flor. And as soon as this guy realized, okay, yeah, the grandma took her, he called the owner and told her, okay, I have security footage, but I'm going to be honest with you. If Flor took her, then she's probably deceased at this point. So they showed up to Flor's house and they confronted her. Now they realized there was some kind of dirt that looked a little strange outside of Flor's house window, and they started digging up to look for Moni. And as they were digging her up, Moni's owner was questioning Flor, and of course Flor was acting like she didn't know what was going on. And as soon as they realized, yes, we have the dog, they dug up, Moni's body. She was like, well, I didn't know that was your dog. Now, the reason why this case exploded so fast is because Moni was not the first victim. And she not only unalived dogs, she also unalived cats, birds, etc. And for so many years, people in the area were claiming that their dogs had gone mysteriously missing, but others not so mysteriously, because this lady had a pattern. So neighbors said that she would approach dogs on the street or take in lost pets, and she would tell people, hey, I can help you take care of your animals. That she sometimes would say, oh, my husband's a vet, or she knew of veterinary care. So she would make people trust them with their pets and then leave and then never return. Other people claim that they saw her carrying trash bags that appeared to contain dead animals inside. And people were saying, yeah, there was random cats showing up unalived in their neighborhood. A neighbor once said, like, yeah, this lady Flor would just leave dead birds on her parking spot. So she was causing a lot of issues in that neighborhood. They never had actual proof of this, and this is where Moni comes in. Now, the reports of how many unalived animals were there and for how many years, it's kind of all over the place. Some people were saying it was like 500 pets. Other people were saying that she's been doing this for 30 years or 50 years. So it's pretty out there, but we do know it was a lot of animals. Looking at Moni's autopsy, it was very heartbreaking. She had 3 broken ribs, fractures in the vertebrae, damage to different internal organs, rupturing of internal organs, which caused internal bleeding. I mean, she was tortured. Moni suffered so much. Moni's owner had told Florida, you messed with the wrong person. And let me tell you, she is not wrong. Because as soon as everything happened, they started collecting security camera footage. So they wanted to have proof of her doing this. They filed formal complaints with Mexico City's prosecutors. They contacted animal rights organizations, and they started posting about this everywhere. I mean, it was all over the news when this happened. They took to the streets. There was actual protests going on because people were trying to get justice for their animals. It wasn't only Moni at this point. There were so many people that needed justice for their unalived pets. Now, because of the pressure, because of the media coverage that it got, they actually opened a criminal investigation for animal cruelty. And the case went to court, but the outcome is the one that's disappointing everybody. And this case is going viral all over again because the judge said, this lady's 77 years old. She's too old to serve any real prison time. They said that she did take responsibility for Moni's unaliving, and she is supposed to give about 200,000 pesos. She has to report to authorities and undergo psychological treatment. But honestly, she wasn't too old to unalive all these animals. Like, she wasn't stopping anytime too soon. And then releasing her just means that she's going to continue to do the same thing because the judge thought she was so old. So this is where we move to the next step, because honestly, I don't think Moni's owner is going to stop. I don't think the animal activists are going to stop, which is amazing, because this was only because of Moni. Now, if other people decide to press charges, then yes, she can face more charges for more animals. Now, the good thing about this is this case has sparked a bigger conversation about Mexico's animal cruelty laws and how communities can push for accountability. Yes, animal cruelty in Mexico can carry several years in prison if proven. So hopefully there's more. I mean, they were looking for surveillance videos. They were looking for more, information about this. So I really am hoping she is going to get new charges soon. Or do you think, she's too old to serve any prison time? Let me know what do you think in the comments. Oh, yes, animal cruelty in Mexico can carry several years in prison if proven. So hopefully there's more. I mean, they were looking for surveillance videos. They were looking for more, information about this. So I really am hoping